It's no one's place to tell you whether or not you should have a kid or not, but a lot of people seem to act as though you'll be completely unfulfilled unless you have children.
So if, like us, your family and friends are always pestering about when you're gonna have a kid and you're like, better not, here's some scientific evidence as to why you probably shouldn't have a kid.
Perhaps your relationship is in a rut and you think that kids might bring you closer together. Statistically, it will absolutely not. Research shows that marital satisfaction plummets after your first child, and 70% of couples experience a big slump in their love life. This is often due to clashing ideas of how to raise your child, along with sleeplessness.
So yes, your kids will ruin your sleep. So in the first 2 years of your baby's life, survey data has found that you will lose 6 months of sleep, and you will only receive about 2.5 hours of continuous sleep each night. And too little sleep can lead to a myriad of health problems, such as slower reflexes, increased mental health issues, weakened immune system, heart disease, premature death, or the large life complication of being grumpy as fuck.
It'll also cut into your wallet. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, if you're a woman with a child, you make 3% less than a woman that is childless. However, this is not true of men, who make an additional 15% if they have kids compared to those without. It has nothing to do with how hard you work, how many hours you work, or the job you have, but the double standard idea that men are breadwinners and women are caregivers. Employers see fathers as committed and stable, whereas they see mothers as flaky and distractible. A study at Cornell found that when identical resumes were sent out, except one line was changed to show that they were members of the Parent-Teacher Association, women got half the amount of calls, while men actually received more calls. So maybe as far as securing a job and a good income is concerned, you should be a dad, just not a mother.
Another more obvious one is that kids are expensive. In the US of A, in 2015, on average, a baby would cost you $13,000 per year. That means by the time this child is 17, it will have cost you $233,000. And that does not include the amount of money going towards post-secondary education. Obviously, this average cost can vary, especially if your kid is throwing a fit on the friggin' floor for the sweet cereal, and you know what? To shut him up, you're gonna buy it. It's gonna cost you more, okay?
I can hear the children cry.
But kids bring so much joy into our lives, right? Well, sometimes. Research does show that if you wanted to have kids and have them, your life satisfaction can increase, but no more than people who are childless by their own choice.
And if you're still not convinced, we can look at things from the macro level. There are currently about 7.5 billion people on Earth, and in this second, 4 kids were just born. And many scientists collectively agree that if you factor in fresh water and the amount of food available, the Earth can only really hold 9 to 10 billion people. So a smaller family, or no kids at all, can help the threats of overpopulation, such as mass starvations. Think about it from your carbon footprint. 1 kid in America is the equivalent of 106 kids in Haiti when it comes to how much carbon dioxide is produced in their life. So if you're trying to go green, you could go vegan, you could ditch your car, you could stop flying everywhere, or you could just not have a kid.
This video might be making it sound like we hate kids or that we never want them, but that's not the case. We just thought if you needed some evidence for good reasons not to have them, now you might have it.
So make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we're gonna go have a big, long, full night's sleep. Suck it, parents!
Good night.